Hi bestie, you're here because you're wondering why is your vision board not working, and I'm gonna tell you why. It's because you showed it to me and 6 other people and everyone who walked into your room and all of Instagram. Vision boards have become this trend that everyone shows in January and then expect it to work its magic and come true by December, but it's wrong by default. I've been making vision boards for years. I want to say a decade, but I feel too old if I say it, so I'm gonna say years, okay? And everything I have ever put on my vision board has come true. And I'm not saying there's a system, I'm not saying there's a logic behind this, because there is really no logic behind it, but there are some mistakes that you are making that I've noticed with everyone making vision boards and then wondering why they don't come true. I'm gonna show you 8 mistakes I believe are causing you not to fulfill everything on your vision board, and if you relate to some of them, maybe you can fix them and see how it goes. I'm gonna start with the mistake number 1. Stop showing your vision board to the world. Stop it. Stop showing it online, stop putting it on your wall and showing it to everybody. It's yours, it's private, it's not supposed to be seen. It has become trendy to put your vision board online. I beg you, do not do this. The moment you put your vision board for everyone out there in the world to see, you're inviting everyone's doubt, thoughts, energy into something that is yours and something that is private. Why is this not working? Because your consciousness knows you're performing, you're not believing. The moment you put it online, you're inviting everybody else to judge your choices, your wishes, your desire. You need to believe in this yourself. And if you're going with a mindset like I'm gonna put it online, the moment you do that, you are putting something that's gonna draw in likes and shares and whatever, not seeking external validation, instead of being something that you truly want from here. You're inviting someone that's not realistic mindset into your own privacy, into something that is yours. This is a space for you to reconnect with yourself. Privacy is what makes it powerful. So how are you gonna actually do it? Please don't put it online. And I'm not just talking about putting it on the internet. Even like if you put it somewhere very visible in your apartment, I've seen a lot of people put it in their room. There are still people coming into your room. Like, I have not shown my vision board to a single living soul on this planet. No one. No one knows how my vision board looks like. Not even my boyfriend, not my sister. Nobody knows it. Just me. This is mine. I put it in my journal. I have a little notebook that I've been using for the past years. They're there, nobody touches them, only I get to see them. If you're looking for some sort of motivation and that's why you put it on your wall, I get that. Like, I understand it's there and kind of reminds you of your goals, of what you want. But make sure to do that in the form of a mood board. So you can do like I here have some quotes that I really like, and then here I have a little bit of my mood board ideas, and that is what kind of keeps me going. I don't have my vision board anywhere that is visible. Like, you will not see my vision board ever. Sometimes you want to share with people, and that is all right, as long as your intentions are not look at this, look at what I'm gonna be. Do not invite anyone's doubt into your vision board. Let your results be public, not your process. Do not put materialistic stuff on your vision board. I cannot stress this enough. I think this is one of the biggest mistakes people make with their vision board. Plastering on, I don't know, money, handbags, cars, houses, like a certain amount of money that I want to see in their bank account. I get it, like, I understand, but this way you're focusing on the thing, not the feeling, and we need to focus on the feeling. You cannot expect to be at the start in life and then just plastering on a picture of Mercedes and then being like, I'm gonna get it by the end of the year. You could, I'm not saying that you won't, but it's gonna take a lot of work and effort, okay? Because that car is just there. You don't have any feeling connected to it. I understand why people are doing it, but the logic behind it is not good. You don't want to put the thing onto your vision board, because things do not exist in that universe, and feelings exist. We attract feelings. We attract how we feel in that certain moment. You need to envision, what would that thing bring me? What kind of emotion, what kind of feeling will I be feeling if I have that thing? You don't want the car, you want the freedom. You don't want the house, you want the safety. You don't want $100,000, you want the freedom of making choices. You have the feeling behind it, you know you do. There is a reason why you want it so bad. So do not put the thing, but the feeling behind it. So instead of putting $100,000 in cash in your vision board, try to envision and try to find an image that represents that, okay? Something that represents you having that amount of money. How would you be feeling in that moment? Like, you will feel connected to the image, and the image itself, it doesn't have to make sense. Just ask yourself, what would having this give me, and put that. Also, the universe responds to energy, not things, not objects. It responds to energy. we need to make some sort of energy within that image. It's not just an image, it's an energy that you're drawing into your life. Give a name to your vision board. Don't leave it nameless. Every episode you watch of any show has a name. Your vision board should have it too. You made this beautiful vision board, you're proud of yourself, but it has no identity, it has no anchor. You need to anchor it with some sort of word, something that will represent the era to come. I have had a name for my vision board since the first vision board I ever made. And it doesn't have to be complicated. I usually do this throughout the year. I try to focus my energy, and when I see a word or a quote that comes into my life kind of naturally, that I really connect with, that I kind of understand, resonate with, and that I see myself diving into, that is the quote, that is the name of my vision board. It's sort of affirmations, like not affirmations full on, but it is like affirmation for the year ahead. I'm trying to think of some that I had in the past, but like I don't want to share it, you know. I'm gonna share one that I have on my productivity board because I always give it a name. On this one I have vacilando, and that is a Spanish word that is kind of hard to translate. I saw it online, and I don't know if it's like the correct translation, but from what I understood, it means wandering or traveling without any serious meaning or purpose, in a way that you focus on the journey more than you do on destination. That the point of the entire journey is the journey, not the destination. I think I'm just over explaining this because I'm still having trouble translating it, but I really love that quote. Like the moment I read it, like I really resonated with, and I understood that this will be my quote, at least for something. So it's at least for my mood board. This word or this quote kind of becomes the soul of your vision board. And I really love that because it gives it cohesion. It gives your vision board a structure, which is not supposed to have. It's this weird structure that it has, this sort of energy connecting all the dots together. This is more of an advice rather than mistakes, but you cannot be skipping steps. If you skip too many steps, you're gonna fall, it's not gonna work. You jump straight into images without connecting with yourself first. And this way you are putting things that you think you should wish instead of things that you actually need. You need to know the things that you need. Think about the year ahead. What feeling does it evoke? What is something that your soul needs from this year? I like to start with the color. It's hard to kind of envision your entire year, and you're not supposed to. You know, you have to leave space for things to come to you. I love to envision colors for each and every year. Kind of comes naturally. When you think about the year, you kind of see it in that color. So I choose a color first, I paint the paper in that color, and then I put the pictures on it or the quotes, whatever I have at that moment. Everything goes over the color, but the color is my base. I never leave it just blank or just plaster a stupid color that I just really like in the moment. It's like an energy that you see your year becoming. You're inviting it. For example, when I had my vision board in green, that year was focused on my healing. And this is what I mean when I say don't skip any steps. If in that moment I was like, I'm gonna put a lot of money on this vision board and I'm gonna put this and this and that, I would have failed. No, I felt like that year I really needed to heal. It's been a long journey. I needed some healing. That year was green. It invited all the healing energy into my life, and then we move on into next year, and then we climb up the ladder until we get to the point where we can, you know, want more and more things. But we cannot from this point wish everything that we're gonna have at this point. So when you start, try to close your eyes and focus on the year ahead. Reconnect with yourself. What do you need? Not what you want. Your conscious mind wants materialistic things. It wants things that is probably lacking right now. But what do you really need? Is this a building year? Is this a healing year? Releasing year? There are so many energies that you can invite into this year, and it's really important to ask yourself what is something that you need from this year to happen. It might not be as exciting as putting on a brand new Birkin, but this is what you need in order to someday get to that point. Leave it alone. Do not look at it. You're making a mistake of constantly looking at your vision board, tracking your process. Leave it alone. Do not look at your vision board all the time. You are inviting desperate energy into your life, into your vision board. You're tracking progress, you're checking on the things that you wanted, trying to force something that you're not supposed to be forcing. Leave it alone. Make it, close it, and leave it aside. That's why I don't like having it on my wall. I don't like having it anywhere visible because I don't like to look at my vision board. I look at my vision board maybe twice a year, 3 times, something like that. I'm not sure. I still have not looked at my vision board since July. I usually do it like when I make it, I close it, I leave it, I don't look at it. If I need some sort of real like motivation to see how far I've become, I will take a look at it, like if I need it, but I will not obsess over it, like look. And also when I do like a yearly wrap, I love to look at my vision board from the years behind and just really see the things that have come into my life. Stop obsessing over a vision board. If you check on it every single day or every like other day, you're just telling yourself that you don't believe that it's working. You need to have the faith in it. You need to like make it, close it, leave it. It's gonna work on its own. The more you check, the more you reinforce it's not here yet, and you're forcing it to come into your life instead of wishing for it, instead of allowing space for it to come into your life. You're not gonna force anything, trust me. It doesn't work like that. Let it work in your subconscious. You know the things that you want. This is why I said, but the things that you need, because the things that you need are gonna stay in here. Like you're not gonna forget about the thing you put on your vision board. No way, because these are the things that you need, and they will come to you, and you know what they are. You don't have to check your vision board every single day in order to know it. The less attached you are to your vision board, it's gonna work faster. Your job is to become the person, not to track any result. Mistake number 6 is you are rushing to make it. You have this idea that the moment January 1st arrives, you need to have your vision board ready. That is not true. Stop rushing to make your vision board just because the year is ending. Calendar is not real. There is really zero reason why you should be making it January or December, whatever you want to make it. You can make it in July if that is what you need at that point. Like I used to make mine in March because in January I was focused on my schoolwork, on my college. There was no way that in that energy I would be making my vision board. No way. I do not want to do that. I do not feel like it is the right thing to do. I just wait for everything to pass. I am in my nice, calm, connected space, and then I can focus on the vision on the year ahead. Because if you're not ready, if you have not processed the year that is behind us, if you're not in the right mental and physical state for you to be making a vision board, you're working from pressure, not from belief, and you are sabotaging yourself from the beginning. So make it when you feel like you are ready to make it. Do not make it in January, do not make it in December, February. Make it when you feel like you are in the right place for you to be making a vision board. When you feel like you have connected with yourself, you have wrapped the year behind you, you have understood things, that's when you make the vision board, not January. It's January now and I don't have my vision board ready because I don't feel like making a vision board, and that is completely valid. No one is forcing you to make it. Like that's just such a stupid idea that you have to make it the moment the 1st of January comes. That's just ridiculous. Please don't make your vision boards digital, and there is a reason for this. I know it's easier. You have your Canva template, you have your Pinterest, whatever. You want to use it as a wallpaper, that's a good idea. I do have some mood boards for my wallpaper, but I never make my vision boards digitally, because when you make a vision board by yourself in real life, analog way, you are transferring your energy onto that vision board. You are putting your hands on your future. You have the act of you cutting the paper, writing it out, painting the canvas in the color that you wish. This is something that you cannot do digitally. I mean, you can, but the idea behind it is not the same. The process itself of making the vision board should be something sacred to you. It should be like a mini ritual that you do with yourself. This is your meditation, your flow state. It's very hard to transfer the energy to anything online. It's just gonna live there with 47 other tabs, and it's just losing its meaning. Also, the tactile experience opens different paths in your brain, so it makes it easier for you to understand what you're making, and later to really activate your body to work for the things that you put on there, because it's not happening any other way. I know making it analog is slower, messier, but it's much more effective. People assume that if you put something on your vision board in January, it has to happen by the end of that year, as if your goals have an expiration date. This is ridiculous. The universe does not work in calendar years. Some things take 6 months, some things take 4 years. Just because it didn't happen in this year does not mean that you should throw it away and make a new one because it did not work. I'm gonna try something different and now it's gonna work. Do not throw it away. Leave it, keep it. It's gonna come to you. It needs space in order to come to you. Might have not happened in this year, it could happen in 4 years' time. Also, this sort of mindset really tells you that you do not believe in the thing that you have put on there because you gave it an expiration date. If you give something an expiration date, you do not want it enough, and that's why it has not come to you. You need to believe that, okay, it has not happened by this date, it's gonna happen in 4 years, in 6 years, but it's gonna come. The seed was planted the moment you made that vision board. Just because you don't see it right now, it does not mean that it's not growing. And that's why I say that everything I put on my vision board comes true, because maybe I put something in 2022, and then if you think with this mindset, if it has not happened by 2023, I'm done, you know, like it did not work. No, it happened in 2024. And that is completely valid. That's why I like keeping it in my journal, because I can go back, look at it, and maybe some things that haven't happened then when I wished them, when I wanted them, but it happened in the past 2 months, and it's a really nice feeling to look at it and be like, nice. And no, it does not mean that it has come late. It came at the right time. It will come to you at the right time. The vision board is a conversation with the future. It's not a deadline. It doesn't have a deadline. So please do not get rid of your vision boards just because something did not work. Keep them, believe in them, and at some point you're gonna be looking back at them and be like, oh, it did come true just a few years later. See the things that have not happened yet as something that is still growing, not something that hasn't happened because it has passed the deadline. No, something that is still growing, and it can come at any point of your life. So these are the 8 mistakes that I've noticed that I wanted to share with you. Please keep your vision boards private. Do not throw them away the moment they don't work, because they might in the future. And one day when everything gets to their own place, at their own pace, you're gonna be looking back at it and you're not even gonna be posting it online because you're gonna be too busy living it. Keep it intimate, keep it between you and your future self, not anyone else. Believe in it and just watch it. Watch the magic happen. Those are all 8 mistakes that I had. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you have any questions relating to vision boards, manifestation, whatever you need, leave them below and I will try to answer them. Have a beautiful evening wherever you are, and I hope to see you in my next video.